Nigeria House of Rep rejects bill to rotate the seat of the presidency within the geopolitical zone. Before I say anything concerning this topic, let us check how the papers reported it. The House of Representatives has rejected a bill seeking to rotate the office of the president and vice president across the country's geopolitical zone. The proposal was among 7 constitutional amendment bills turned down on Thursday. Lawmakers argued that if passed, the bill could set a dangerous precedent for the nation's political structure. Deputy Minority Leader Aliyu Madaki stated that existing institutions have already covered the issue the bill aimed to address, according to the Punch. Madaki said, the issue the bill intends to cure have already been taken care of by the Federal Character Commission. The rotation issue should not be included in the Constitution but allowed to remain the way it is. Another lawmaker, Sadat Soli, APC Katsina, questioned the practicality of the proposal, warning that it could compromise leadership quality and promote ethnic and regional rivalry. Shinapela Ayedeji, PDP Oyo, noted that enshrining rotation in the Constitution could lead to further agitation even within regions. If you adopt zoning and it comes to be the Southwest, for example, which state will take the position? Is it Ogun or Oyo? He asked. Also speaking, Bello Mohammed El-Rufai cautioned that the amendment could infringe on the constitutional rights of citizens. Whatever you do in Nigeria, there will always be a cry of marginalization. We should not engage in a dangerous precedent by putting it in the Constitution, El-Rufai stated. The debate reflects a sharp division among lawmakers, with many warning against institutionalizing regional politics through constitutional means. Despite the rejection, the House resolved to revisit the bill on Wednesday and assess each on its merits. Currently, Nigeria does not have a constitutionally backed provision for the rotation of the president and vice president. We have seen how the papers reported it. The truth of the matter is that this issue of regionalism has been for a long time. You know, one of the main things Nigeria is seeking for restructuring. Restructuring. You know, this issue of restructuring has been for a very long time. Even some of the lawmakers once supported it. But why are they not supporting it any longer? Before they gain power. The truth of the matter is that I understand where they are coming from. You get, you know, sometimes, you know, when they will bring this regional presidency, what if it moved to, let's assume it moved to Southwest, and that Southwest is, so they are supposed to be the president for the next 8 years, and something happened, this person they elected did not make it to the complete 8 years, or he was not there for the complete 4 years before the next election. Then will now the vice president take over, who definitely will not be from that same region. And also, looking at it from another angle, if they are doing this rotational presidency, when it comes to your own region, you will know that the next time it will come is the next 40 years. So there are some of the people in the House of Rep, they know, they have this mind, they have this ambition to become, they have the ambition to become the president one day. They know with this system that they are trying to bring, that ambition, they have to keep it aside. That's why some people will fight it, they will not agree, because they have an ambition to become the. So even if they know within their heart that this system might work for Nigeria, they know they don't want. Of which in the long run, they might not even, that ambition might not even come to pass. The truth. You understand? So Nigeria is very vast. From my own point of view, I see that Nigeria is very vast. And we need a system of government that works for us. I believe regionalism is one of the systems that will work for us as a big and a vast country. You understand? It's either we do this rotational presidency, 1, or 2. They increase the level of power that the state governors have. In short, that is the one that I'm clamoring for. That the president should lose some of his power to the state governors. When it comes to power allocation, when it comes to resource control, when it comes to distribution of resources, the state governors, it need to be increased very much. When it comes to state policing, it should be approved. The state governors should be able to set police. The truth of the matter is that those places where there are crisis, where there are conflict, the people living there, they know who is causing those problems. So when they are the one policing the environment, you understand, they will do it more effectively than it is today. They will do it more effectively. So the truth of the matter is that we already know what works for us, but we are afraid to take that step. That is the truth. We know what will work for us as a country. We are just afraid to take that step. You understand? To me, from my own perspective, I will prefer if they increase the level of power. You understand? The governors have, so that when there's no development in your own state, you don't need to hold the president accountable. You understand? You will hold the governors accountable. It will not be as if we are operating a kind of government whereby the president is just like a more of a ceremonial position. You understand? More of the power will be vested in the state. That is the kind of government I believe will easily work for this country. But in terms of if they want to do this rotational presidency, it's also good. It's also good because when it gets to your region, they will have to select the best. And the truth of the matter is that if you have an ambition to become the president, it will be very hard because when it gets to your own region, what make you think that out of your region you will be the one selected? You understand? So when it gets to this region, everybody will be looking for the best of the best in that region. There are some of them that are fighting it because they know it will affect their ambition. You understand? Because if they do it now, they might not see that seat. They might not see it, and they are fighting for it. And in the long run, when they check it, even if they are still practicing what they are practicing today, their own region, their own state might not even see the privilege to even hold power. You understand? So I believe if they approve it, you understand, although they are against it, but if should the case at any point in time, at any period in time, even if it's not now, whoever, whenever they approve such a bill, you understand, when the power gets to, for instance, the southeast, the southwest, the northeast, when it gets there, they will want to please all other regions because they know that the next time it will get to them, it will take another 40 years. So if you don't do good for other region, when it gets to their own turn, they will not do good to your own region. You understand? So each region there will be high level of competition. You understand? And the standard will be very high. When somebody is coming there, he will know that he needs to do well. That so much is on him to do well. You understand? I believe if they follow this system, we need to know the system that works for us. As a Nigerian, as Nigeria need to know the system that works for us. America, they know the system that works for them, and they are doing it. You understand? The British, they know the system that works for them. They have a monarch. They have a prime minister. In America, they know the system that works for them. During the elections in the American election, you cannot just win by popular vote. They don't win by popular vote. Where you lose so many states, all of a sudden, one state just inflicts your score and you have won the election. It doesn't work that way in America. In short, this current president of America, Donald Trump, when he came the first tenure, then he didn't win by popular vote. He won by winning many states, not popular vote. You understand? So they know the system that works for them. We need to know the system that works for us as in Nigeria. The kind of democracy that works for us is what we ought to practice. You understand? If you check all the system of government Nigerians as we have in the past, we have done the system of government that we benefited a little from is that regionalism. Go and check. Not even military, not even regionalism. This system of government is not working. It's not working. If you calm down and observe it, it's not working. All system of government have their own lapses. It's true. People will complain all system of government, but the truth of the matter is that you check the level of the level of complaint, the level of um, effect it is bringing, both positive and negatively also. You understand? Regionalism will favor Nigeria because Nigeria is very big and broad. You understand? Nigeria is a big country. So when we start practicing regionalism, it will help a lot. But if it's me, I agree with the regionalism that it will help our country. But if it's me, I would prefer the each state governors, the power that is given to them should be increased. The president should lose certain of the functions to the state governors. Do you know that you go to some states, some roads they are not being tied, and you will ask and it's a major road. You will ask the governors, this road, look at hold up, look at they will tell you it's a federal road. So they can't, they themselves they can't do a federal road, of which is true. If they try to do a federal road, they need to be given permission. Although if they know their way, they can find a way of doing it. They need to be given permission. You understand, to do that road. They'll say it's a federal road. So there are some kind of things that when you know that it's not working in your own state, you just hold the governors accountable, not president. It will be much easier. It's like the government coming to the people. It's just like when we are talking about local government autonomy. You understand? Like me, I studied political science. You know, we are talking of local government autonomy. The local government should be free. You know, they are the grassroots politics. They are more closer to the people. They should have certain level of autonomy. That is how we are talking about the state governors. They should be given certain level of power. You understand? Although people are against it, they are saying the governors will abuse power. The president, they also abuse power. So when it comes to abusing of power, you understand? There's a way you can sit down and restructure this constitution. You understand? In a way that the governors will have power, but yet they are accountable. You understand? They will have power, but yet they are accountable. They will run it well. I'm telling you. There are certain basic. Sure, the truth of the matter is that Nigeria don't need much. Oh. Nigerians, they don't need much. You understand? There are just some little basic things the government need to do when it comes to security, when it comes to certain kind of infrastructure. You understand? Nigeria don't need. They are not even expecting that much from the president. You understand? So if certain powers is being moved to the state governors, you will see most people will be contesting for the state. They will not even want the seat of the president. You understand? They will not put their eyes there. They will put their eyes on the governor's seat. So when somebody is not doing well in your own state, you just hold your governors accountable. You understand? When there's insecurity, the governors already they will approve them to do state policing, where the governors can have control of the police. You understand? Yes, they will have control of the police. When they do state policing, I bet you most of all this terrorism, violence you are hearing in each state, they will stop ASAP. ASAP. Because you see those empowerment that will empower the citizens to protect themselves by creating state policing. They know who is causing their problem. Each state, go to each community. The people that are disturbing them, they know them. You understand? They know how to tackle them when they are given the power. But you see, the governors know who is what to do, but there's a limit, their power stops. So you see that they will not be able to do anything. They can only write to the federal, write. And they might write and write and write, and they will not attend to them. Before you know, they will just forget about it. You understand? So if they do certain kind of all this restructuring, calm down. We need to restructure the law to fit in our nature as Nigerians. We need to calm down, sit down and organize it in a way that it will work for us. You understand? So if I'm the one, I would say the regional splitting of presidency is also good. You understand? But I would prefer the best is if they can restructure it in a way that the state governors, the power they hold, you understand, will be much when it comes to resource allocation. They have to allocate so many resources to them, many, so that they will be able to do more for their state. When it comes to resource control, they have to control the resources they have in that their state. And they might say, okay, what do you have in your state? Okay, you have oil, this percentage of oil. Okay, let this high percentage be going back to the state, and this one be going to the federal because the state need more money. So the state now will now use from that money to create job opportunity, to do road. Those federal road, they will just, state governors can do any federal road without seeking for federal permission. You understand? So when there are some basic things, the power, more of the power will be on the state. You understand? When you know that there's problem in your state, you don't need to be calling on the president. You just go and hold your governors accountable. You hold your governors accountable. I think that will be the best system of government that Nigerian will do. You understand? And it will favor this. We need to know what will work for us. We need to know what will work for us as a Nigerian. You understand? So let us wait to see how they said on Wednesday they are going to revisit it. But they already signed that they don't want it and all that stuff. But let's see how it goes. You understand? And even if the restructuring of Nigeria doesn't come now, it can come later. You understand? If it's disapproved now, it can be approved later. So that is how it goes. You understand? Here is where we draw the curtain. In case you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe to Onyeka Jesus Boy so that when we drop any video, you'll be the first to see the video.